an issue there. I'm glad to see you're considering that. We've gotten along very well with the different people that have moved in. Matter of fact, the neighbors on either side tend to look out for whatever's going on there. If they have bad tenants, we let them know. But in general, it works very well, and I'm glad you're considering the impact on communities for that. Other than that, you have my support for, pardon me, putting up with a lot of guff from some pretty loud people. It doesn't mean when it's a loud person or several loud people that it represents all the community. I want you to know that a lot of the community stands behind the council. Thank you for what you do.
Thank you. Anyone else want to be heard?
It's cute.
Harris, I just wanted, I said at the last study session that flying the pride flag and the Juneteenth flag are very important. And if a flagpole is needed, I know that we can get the support and the people to get behind it and organize a fundraiser, and we could get it done if the council would accept something like that.
Thank you. Anyone else want to be heard? Hey, we did receive, some email, and actually, Ms. Reed, you sent an email also, so you said the same thing, so is it okay if I don't read it? Okay. This one is agenda, flag, the concept that we need a flag waving ordinance is silly and misguided. It is apparently an attempt by our city council trying to acquiesce to neighbors who think it is a great idea. This will create another divide in our community. We are Lathrup Village and not a neighboring community who promotes an ideology. American flag proudly shows our unity as a nation of free people. Lathrup Village shouldn't endorse a belief but encourage and foster our community. It is a slippery slope when the city decides to fly certain flags in front of City Hall. What one finds acceptable, another finds offensive, and this could become litigious. As homeowners, we all have the ability to display our beliefs on our own property. We do not need a flag policy, period. Next, the agenda. Agenda pilot. With respect to the pilot application fee, why would we vote on this proposal when council hasn't approved the pilot program yet? Is it foreshadowing that the votes are in and we're getting an apartment complex? New ordinances. You are also considering expanding our business district ordinance. We do not allow these business concerns for a reason. Our zoning provides for businesses to submit a variance request. Why change ordinances to appease these businesses? There are avenues they can pursue. Thank you, Bruce Opus. Anyone else get any more messages? Like, anyone? Okay, so, mayor and council comment. Can you answer, Ms. Leslie's question?
Can I read that part from the
Yeah,
email? I think
absolutely.
I'll answer a question. This is to address your question, it was from an email response that was written recently. Currently the Lathrup Village and the DDA combined receive about $23,000 in taxes from the school property. Approximately 11,000 of that stays with the city, and the remainder is distributed to taxing bodies, i.e. schools, county, zoo, etc. While no pilot negotiations have occurred yet related to this development, using the draft ordinance parameters, the pilot would generate annual payments of $260,000 to $270,000 in revenue, which is 11 times more than the city currently receives. Without a pilot, it is estimated that based upon applying the normal millage rate to the taxable value of the completed project, the city would collect about $675,000 annually, with approximately $323,000 staying with the city, and the additional funds being distributed to other taxing bodies.
Thank you. The other question, are we losing money?
Just
So-
to clarify, that, in that scenario, without a pilot, that money is captured by the DDA.
Right, that's
Okay,
yeah.
just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, and without, and the other thing is, I mean, without the pilot, the project doesn't happen, and so we only get 23 months, so we're actually losing money relative to what we would be getting with the pilot, so.
It could be.
Could be, right.
It could
If
not,
it-
it's possible that it might not happen if the pilot's not there, I
Right.
don't,
Right.
I don't know that
I
for
mean,
sure.
the whole idea is the incentive. but-
Right, exactly. And the question was if it was a retail establishment, right? So we don't have any control over what.
Oh, I didn't ask that question.
Okay,
No, I didn't, thank you though.
you're welcome. And then are we losing money in the big scheme of things? No. If it was something else, if it was without the pilot and they did develop it for something else, as Bruce said, there's potential for $675,000, but that's gonna go to the DDA, right?
But
Half.
of it.
So, yeah, we would actually be gaining and not doing the math that fast. For, Diane Anderson, okay, I don't even know what to say, because I will say this, and this is, really for anybody, when it comes to someone that has challenged my character, who threatens me, or anything to that extent, I will never sit in a meeting with you by myself. It's always going to be a witness there, because I don't want any ambiguity, and I don't want anyone attacking me. And you don't know what the New World Order does. So it will always be someone there. I'm glad to meet with you, but I will have someone in the room with me at all times. Regarding defamation of character, and I know you love the city. When I'm acting, when any of us sitting here are acting within our duties as a city council person, you are not suing me personally. You would be suing the city. And, okay, so I'm just letting you know that
It's another
you,
law.
I'm not, we're not going back and forth, okay? So, you have to do what you have to do. I'm inclined to say that no, we're not gonna post anything else to say something opposite, because it's over and it's done. And to correct you, every single person that is up here, with the exception maybe of Austin, received that letter, received the note that I wrote. And if you go to the meeting that was on June 16th, June, whatever the date is, you can look it up. At 30 minutes and 13 seconds, I never said your name, but you said what you said. So we'll just leave it at that, and anyone can look it up. So I will say this in good faith. I apologize that you feel bad that I called attention to the fact that it was called attention to the city that we were celebrating Juneteenth wrong. But please go forward, whatever you have to do, and you can, city attorney, about defamation of character and suing anyone that's acting within their, as the body. Yes, thank you. No, that's your part.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, as long as the mayor's acting within her official capacity, she has protection of governmental immunity, so you could file your claim against the mayor, but ultimately it would be defended by the city.
That's not true.
Okay, so Lauren, thank you regarding the Airbnbs. Autumn, thank you for giving us information about the mural. Regarding the mural, the residents weren't told about it. There was a survey that went out, and that was your opportunity to give your opinion about the survey. Just to give you this idea also, that, what is the word? We are a representative body. Meaning that when you went to vote in November of whatever year, you said, I'm voting for this person to represent me as my representative of what the city needs. So we sent the survey out, but then we formed a committee, and we have formed a tree committee, we have formed a Parks and Recs committee, we have formed, help me out with any more committees?
Is there a mural committee?
Finance.
Yes, that's what I just said. I said there's a mural committee. Yes, it was.
Finance
So
review.
When,
finance-
where,
Hey,
when,
we're not-
how?
I'm sorry, we're not gonna go back and forth, because
Secret mural
Okay,
committee.
well,
Neat.
we can just be done with the meeting period and call it, you can get your answers or not. So, there was a mural committee. That mural committee,
Such bullshit.
these are people that signed up for it, and
Not
so they
bullshit.
were, okay, we're done with that one.
It wasn't on the
Okay, we're
newsletter,
done,
was
we're
it?
done, we're done. So, thank you, Mr. Pugh, for coming. I appreciate that. Tim, thank you for the feedback regarding the, flag portion. Not that you're agreeing with me, but thank you for your feedback, okay? Erica Reed, thank you for giving us the feedback regarding the flag. John Roberts, I agree, how many Airbnbs are in the city? I don't even think that we have that ability to know unless, well, he goes door to door all the time, he could just simply ask.
I know of two, but that doesn't mean there's not more.
That was, I think, part of the impetus behind this body requesting this
Right.
ordinance was so that they can be registered. There was also a question about limitation on the overall number and the location. There's none of those restrictions in this proposal.
I
I thought it said every
There's something
1,000
about some,
feet.
yeah, I thought it
Those
was.
are for non-residential, short-term rentals, short-term commercial rentals.
Ah.
It was discussed in initially the first draft, I did put a restriction on the number within a residential, for residential short-term rentals, but this body, yes, we removed.
And we can always address it again later.
Okay. And Bob Bears 100% agreed that it could be a fundraiser and see where it goes from. Can I take this? With that? Oh, I was like, I had to look at you twice, like,
No,
no.
you're
Random?
Yes, you're good.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm all done.
I got a few things. Looking after the pilot, the renderings of the mural are online, they're on this, Unicode on this, in the study session packet. There was a question about, bids and competitive bidding. Multiple things that are being, that are up for, action item tonight are items that are purchased through, Michigan bid, which does qualify, you wanna address that?
Yeah, ultimately, the city charter, section 12.1 vests the authority in the city administrator to determine whether or not to send out an item up for bid. Any purchase exceeding $5,000 does have to be approved by city council, but within the discretion of the city administrator, that if he determines no advantage would be derived to the city by going out for competitive bids, he can recommend a single bid contract. And in the
And
case
we're
of
using-
the Michigan Works
Mission bids, or whatever it's
Michigan
called.
service, those are bids that are generally a discount eligible only to municipal.
Right, and
municipalities.
usually deep discounts. In terms of the short-term rental ordinance, as well as comments made by the email that was read earlier, with respect to the check cashing and the dollar stores ordinances that we're talking about, these ordinances are not, none of these three ordinances are designed to encourage or to allow these things. These are all to regulate these things that are already existing. Well, the dollar store doesn't exist, but and put restrictions on them. So, for example, for the dollar stores, you know, the way that the ordinance is written with the mile density requirement, you know, there's and the fact that it can only be in the CV zone, there's literally a block where those businesses can be located, and there are already businesses there. There's a 2-story office building, and there's a discount tire, so it's very unlikely that those are gonna come through, but again, they are to regulate those businesses. I did have a question, on the phone system.
Yep.
Don't we need a bid for that, or?
You have three, you have multiple quotes on that.
We did?
In your packet.
I read the packet, did I miss the fact that those were three?
We put 3 separate quotes on, but we attached all 3
Okay.
bids in there.
Okay, I'll look at it again in between meetings. Wanted to ask if do we have any type of policy for, I don't know what the name of them is, but drop-off dumpsters, while, you know, where you put, clothes and shoes and that kind of thing?
We do.
What is that policy?
I forget off the top of my head, I don't know if you do either, but there is one currently in our city lot that we're in the process of being removed.
Right, okay, cause I know there was one that was right up on the front by the sidewalk on, a little further, so I'm in favor of them, I just don't
I
know
believe
what.
the key feature is it cannot take up a parking spot. I don't know the rest of it.
Okay, so we do have something.
Do they have to ask, or do they just get to drop them?
Sure has. So we can review and tell them, no, don't put it in our parking lot.
Right.
But
I wanted to check where we are with encroachments. I mean, we've been bringing this up for 3 years. Are we getting anywhere in terms of developing an inventory so we can
slowly but
begin?
surely, yes. Steve has started the inventory on them, as for enforcement unless it's something very obvious, say, a threat to safety, we've done much, but he has started the inventory of it.
Okay, and I do have one that is a threat to safety that I will forward to you that I received an email on. Is, with the 12 mile meter, everything's going,
As right now, everything's working.
have we gotten our first bill from it yet,
Yeah.
or, and everything was fine?
Yeah, everything seemed right. There was probably a little uptick in usage like we expected because it's a smaller reader, so it can
Right.
read better.
Yeah.
The other meter is active, so we do still receive flow through that. The 12 mile has become officially our primary meter.
You know what percentage, by any chance?
I think it's a good like 95%.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, that's good, okay. And then just the last thing that I had was, also on the letter that was read, asking if the fact that we were voting on a fee for a pilot, application, was an indication that this has already been decided. Absolutely not. It's just a matter of efficiency. We've got the ordinance up, for vote. If we pass it, then, I mean, if we don't pass it, then there's no reason to move on to the next action item. But if we pass it, then we can discuss the application fee, and then the ordinance can go into effect.
Anyone else? We have, 2 minutes.
Quick question. Since we'll be discussing the zoning amendments, I do have another one that I wanna bring up and see if it's possible to start the process. The vape shop that we have right there, is it possible to regulate that? Because I feel like once you get one, then the other brand wants to compete, and I'm wondering, is that something we could discuss? The smoke shop.
Yeah, I can look into that, and we can check with, our planning consultant.
Anyone else? You have something?
All my notes you've addressed.
Okay. Well, we'll adjourn.
I just got one
now.
quick thing. Forgot to bring him in here, but we are requesting you guys amend the agenda tonight. Part of the music festival requires council resolution for us to get a liquor license. I forgot to get that in the agenda. So, nice and quick. We got the letter out there, memo and backup, so we'll go through that tonight so we can get that submitted to LCC.
Because we don't have enough on the agenda. do we?
I know, right? It'll be 8Q.
Have we ever had a queue before?
No. Oh, we're gonna adjourn now. Adjourn.
Where did you find the mural?
So, that's what you were trying to tell me all along. They posted the meeting to start at 7 p.m. City Council. If they don't follow, they just start after their planning.
What time is it?
I got a hold.
Right now it's 7:30.
They're supposed to start right now, 7:30. And then for some reason it says for the next one, 7, which is new. That would be new if it does start at 7.
But I walked in at 10 to 7
Yeah.
when I sat down.
To this?
Yes.
Wow.
So I guess my point is there a reason why they're not following that?
Because they're talking for long periods, just letting things go long. I don't know. I don't know. There's sense behind it.
Well, I mean, so they finished their study session.
No, this is the study session. They haven't done, no. The council meeting's across the hall, starting now. Yeah, 2
So what's
meetings.
gonna happen there that didn't happen?
This was discussion, no voting. And there is basically voting, no discussion. And if you want to make an impact, you have to like try to get them to hear you. You can talk twice over there, I think, but they pretty much make up their mind elsewhere anyway. But this is the only open discussion we're entitled to witness, I guess. Yeah, let me show you.